Good morning. I'm still reporting on the economy. Well, Nigel Farage, the leading critic of the European Union, predicted a political earthquake in the weekend's election for the European Parliament, and he clearly got it. Farage's party, UKIP, didn't just do well, it won. For the first time in 100 years, a party other than Conservatives or Labour has won a national election in Great Britain. In Britain, the Conservative Party, headed by Prime Minister David Cameron, won just 19 seats in the European Parliament to UKIP's 24 seats. But results across Europe were similar. In France, the Eurosceptic Front National, or FN, stunned mainstream French parties by topping the election, winning 24 seats in the European Parliament, up from only 3 seats in the last election 5 years ago. FN's leader, Marine Le Pen, said France wants to take its sovereignty back. France should only be run by the French, for the French, and not by foreign commissioners in Brussels. French Prime Minister Manuel Valls said the FN victory was more than a shock, it's an earthquake. Eurosceptic candidates made big gains across Europe, including Germany, Austria, Greece, and the Netherlands. Britain's Nigel Farage predicted this earthquake months ago, as we reported in our Still Report number 177 last February.
That's what these European elections are really going to be all about. It's going to be a battle of national democracy versus EU state bureaucracy. Whatever you may say in this chamber, the people out there don't want a United States of Europe. They want a Europe of sovereign states trading and working together. And I believe the European elections are going to mark a watershed. Up until now, everybody has thought, much as they may not like the development of the European Union, that it was inevitable. That myth of inevitability will be shattered by the European elections this year. Thank you.
Although Eurosceptic election gains were huge and unexpected by many, still 70% of the Parliament seats will be held by mainstream parties. Whether they soften their big government push remains to be seen. Clearly, at the national level, people feel they have lost their ability to have a say in a Europe-wide governance. I call it buy-in. According to Farage, this will manifest itself in upcoming national elections across the continent.
The real effect of these elections, with big Eurosceptic gains in many countries, will be less what happens in Brussels and more what happens within the member states. And I think the day when we have more referendums on EU membership and membership of the euro will have come much, much closer with these results tonight. The whole European project's been a lie from the start, in my view, because it was sold to people as being about trade and cooperation. The people were never honestly told that it was about forming a new United States of Europe. I don't just want Britain to leave the European Union. I want Europe to leave the European Union. I don't believe that flag, that anthem, and that president, whose name no one knows, really represent what Europe should be.
The most important lesson here is not to lose hope. It's not all over. We can still hold off an ironclad world dictatorship of big government. People want freedom. They want self-governance. They want a voice. They love their nation states. And most importantly, they are tired of financial austerity when they know it doesn't have to be this way. The European Union New World Order experiment is a colossal failure, and this will play out in national elections over the next decade, even here in the United States. I'm still reporting on the economy. Good day.
It's just a spirit, it's just a holy nut, it's like a circus.